That is an absolute heartbreaker for the Blue Jays and for everybody who stayed up with us tonight. Hey, Newfoundland, what's going on? Man, what a game. What a ball.
18 combined pitchers in a total of 6 hours and 39 minutes
Crazy.
to complete that game.
We'll be
and they have
talking
to go
about this
back
one
at
forever.
it in just
In
how many
3
hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Jamie, Madison, Joe, back to you in the home.
It's going to be very interesting moving forward is how they handle Shohei Otani. I mean, obviously, John Schneider finally decided we're just going to put him on. Well, guess what? Every time from about the 5th inning on, the rest of this series, they're going to have another decision to make, whether you put up the 4 fingers or you take your chances. When Brendan Little went after him there, that was basically an intentional walk. I think he was just going to bounce some curveballs and see if he'd chase, and he didn't, but that's going to be something moving forward.
Comes back in. It's lifted to deep right field. Towards the corner. Goodbye. Otani goes deep. And the Dodgers lead game 3 on a pair of solo home runs, 2-0. He came inside, and Otani went to where he's comfortable going right now.
Well, he sped him up with the curveball, and what I mean by speeding up, he knows now a fastball is going to come, and he's going to get the barrel of the bat as quick as he can to it. Away, he would not have done anything, as we just documented, but that's why Otani is pretty special.
7th of the postseason for Shohei Otani, his second one of this World Series. Guy that hit the first sends the sunflower seeds on the second.
Scherzer approaching 50 pitches on a 1-2. Otani turns one around deep to the right field corner. She's gone. Postseason home run number 7 for number 17. 2-0 Dodgers.
Second of the night off of Scherzer.
1-2 again. And the fastball smoked out to right field in deep, and Otani has left the yard. Second home run of the game for the Dodgers. Otani's 7th off the playoff run, and the fastball was where they wanted it, up and in off the plate, but he jumped on it, getting out in front to make it 2-0 LA.
It's almost like Shohei Otani was looking for that pitch. After getting that good slow breaking ball, he's probably telling himself, okay, after that slow pitch, they're going to come in with something, and he was ready for it. He absolutely ripped that thing almost into the Blue Jays bullpen in right field. What a swing.
So 2-0 for LA. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd.
We knew this could potentially happen, though, with Max Scherzer being a fly ball pitcher.
And again, as I look at the replay of that pitch, it's a well-located pitch. Yep. It's just Shohei Otani guessing right, and it's Shohei Otani, so he hit it 389 feet.
Well, it was also an educated guess. You know, he's seeing the sequence, and he's such a smart player that he can guess that you're probably going to come in hard with something, and he, like you said, he guessed right.
He's going to pitch tomorrow. What could he possibly do to upstage that performance?
Yeah, that would be tough to do. The 3 home runs, the 10 strikeouts over 6 scoreless innings in the clinching game of the championship series. But it seems like anytime you think this guy can't possibly wow you anymore, he does. Who fires a payoff? A breaking ball is drilled to left center field, slicing towards the gap. And off the warning track, up against the wall. Hernandez headed home. There is no throw. It's a ringing double from Otani. His 3rd extra base hit of the game has made it 4-3.
Can't throw great hitters the same pitch every single time and expect to have great results. This was the 7th one, and it stayed over the middle, and he stayed on it and got enough of it to split the outfielders.
And so he's done it again at Dodger Stadium. 6 for his last 6 here, with 6 extra base hits. Shohei Otani letting the joy flow. An inspiring joy across the world. His hometown up in the middle of nowhere in the northern part of Japan, Oshu, where it is 11 a.m. on Tuesday, and the kids cheering along. Some of them cheering, hitting those thunder sticks. One guy saying those sticks are loud and covering his ears. He should hear it here.
The last 2 games at Dodger Stadium, Otani is 5 for 5 at the plate with 4 home runs and 5 extra base hits.
Oh, kept that slider away. You got to think again, just up the middle. And they give Otani a huge gap in left center field.
3-2. Flew Hardy's payoff pitch. Otani hits one to the left center field gap. This ball is going to get down. down off the warning track. A one-hop off the wall. Hernandez on his horse. He's rounding third. He's going to score without a throw. RBI double Shohei Otani. We got a one-run game in Game 3.
Well, that's just perfect hitting. I just mentioned is that they had a huge gap in left center field. So you think about going up the middle, not trying to pull the ball.
Full count, 1 out. Fluharty kicks and fires. And it's hit high in the air, left center field. Lucas on the run. It's down on the warning track, bouncing into the wall. Coming around third, Hernandez. He gets the wave. He will score without it. Throws. It's cut off by Andres Jimenez. And an RBI double from Shohei Otani makes it 4-3 for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 5th.
I think at this point you have to treat him like he's Aaron Judge. I think they're more comfortable pitching to Shohei Otani, but they shouldn't be. He's struggled a little bit so far in the playoffs, but he's shown, at least in this series, that he's locked back in. He's seeing the baseball very, very well. From this point forward, you have to stay away from him.
He's 3 for 3 today, 2 doubles and a home run.
When you pitch late in the game, I don't care who you are. Location, location, location is the most important thing. Otani, on a center cut fastball. Blast one, and ties it. Shohei, 5-5. Once in forever, Shohei Otani, who will start Game 4 in 24 hours. He has tied Game 3 with his second home run of the night. And he's tied Frank Isbell as the only guys in World Series history to have 4 extra base hits in one game. Unbelievable. And just as soon as you get out of your mouth, location, 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 you cannot miss there. And that meeting was probably a reinforcement, and he did. He pulled that fastball right down the middle. And the greatest player on the planet might have been struggling coming into that 4th game here at home. Yeah, it's struggling. The last 2. Oh, my goodness.
For Otani, hope the mindset is you don't have to hit a home run here. Get on base.
Dominguez deals, and Otani shoots one left field, carrying back. It is out of here. Otani stays on one. He is 7 for his last 7 at Dodger Stadium with 5 home runs. We're tied again in Game 3.
Yep, Otani didn't have to hit a home run, but feel free if you want to, big guy. Yeah, go ahead, big guy. You want to hit it out? Who are we to argue? You know what that is? That's another wow moment by Otani.
Otani is 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a homer, 2 RBIs. The pitch. And it's hit well. Left center and deep. Lucas back. It is gone. First pitch demolished. 98 down the middle. And Otani is just the 2nd player in the history of the World Series to come up with 4 extra base hits in one game. He ties it at 5.
And that was almost a challenge fastball on the first pitch of the at-bat. I'm not sure what that meeting looked like between Pete Walker and Sir Anthony Dominguez, but I can guarantee it didn't say throw one down the middle. I think that was just a missed spot from Sir Anthony Dominguez.
The only other 4 extra base hit game in the World Series came in the early 1900s. Next pitch down and away, 1-1. Frank Isbell, I believe, in 1906. 4 extra base hits in a World Series game.
Yeah, in case you missed it, Otani 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and then 7,000 walks tonight. Some numbers about Game 3. 19 pitchers used combined, most in a single game in World Series history. 609 pitches, same goes, most ever. 153 plate appearances. 37 runners were left on base, 19 by the Blue Jays. 18 by the Dodgers.
May everybody get a decent sleep. Consider the night that Shohei Otani had in this game alone. He reached base, as Dan and Buck said, 9 times and walked the last 5 plate appearances, 4 of them intentionally. It was the Barry Bonds treatment, to say the least.
I'm wondering, I think it was the 7th inning, you guys had a mound meeting before Otani came up. Could have walked him then, chose not to. Obviously, you're willing to do that later on. I'm wondering why it didn't make sense in the 7th and why it made more sense to you later on.
Mound visit, we're trying to pitch around him, you know what I mean? And you trust Sir Anthony to make pitches to do that. And sometimes for pitchers, it's hard to do that, when you're kind of trying to throw a ball and didn't put it where he wanted to put it. But, he had a great game. He's a great player. But I think, after that, you just kind of take the bat out of his hands.
And not to give away secrets, but this is pretty much what we should expect going forward?
Yeah.
John, what do you make of Otani's entire performance today, and how did that match up against what you guys were kind of game planning for with him bullpen-wise?
His performance was really good. He's arguably the best player on the planet, I think he kind of reacted in real time a little bit. Again, man, they have a really talented lineup. It's not the easiest thing in the world to just walk him and face Mookie and Freddie. You know what I mean? So every situation is different. You gotta really execute at a high level against him. And I think the first couple games we did. I know he hit the homer off Fish in Game 1, but I think that we executed pretty well, minus today. And he's a great player and took some really good swings today.
What did you think of your own start tonight? You've out in the World Series, pitching Game 3 as you wanted to, and you put in a solid effort for your team. How did you feel?
Physically felt good. Felt like I was executing pitches. Made a mistake. Really made a mistake to Oscar where I really hung a slider. And then Otani, I made a good pitch. He put a better swing on. Tip your hat, move on.
Pitch against Shohei, the one that hit home run. You were ahead of the count. What were you trying to do with in a high fastball?
Yeah, I was trying to get a fastball up and in, and I did. He just anticipated it and put a better swing on it than I thought he was.
Shohei Otani set a major league record. He's on base 9 times tonight.
Yeah.
Incredible. Obviously there's a lot of intentional walks, but what do you think of that performance?
He's a special player. I think we all know that. So there's a reason he gets intentionally walked in big situations like that. And it's just an all-time performance by him.
And when you're facing Otani, we know how good he is generally, but as a hitter specifically, what are the things that he does so well that make him a challenge as the guy on the mound?
Yeah, honestly, I think he really showed it tonight. Going into it, trying to pitch him inside, even going away. I think I saw before the hit off of Mason, he really hadn't driven the ball to the opposite side for almost a month, I think it was. So when he kind of showed that tonight, it really, kind of made us adjust our game plan. So going into that situation, really didn't want to give him anything, that he could drive and, give our team another chance to swing the bats.
Freddie, walk-off grand slam, Game 1 last year, walk-off in Game 3 this year.
Yeah.
This was an epic game.
Yeah, I know.
What was it like to be a part of it?
Oh, my. It took a little long. This one took a little longer, but this game was incredible. Our bullpen was absolutely incredible, so thank you. Yeah, Will Klein, absolutely incredible.
What were your emotions like circling the bases?
Oh my gosh, just pure excitement. When you grind and fight, and our bullpen and our pitching staff did what they did, to have that go 6 hours and 40 minutes or so, that's as good as it gets.
Shohei Otani, you have given baseball over the years a galaxy of great moments and great games, but this one, the first player in 119 years with 4 extra base hits in the World Series, on base 9 times. Where does this one rank for you among the most meaningful games of your career?
個人的な記録になりますけども、119年ぶりの記録というところで、個人的には今この成し遂げたのはどこにランクされてますか？
いや、もう勝ったのが全てかなと思うので、今日ね、自分のプレーっていうのは後から振り返ればいいのかなと思うので、今日はもう切り替えて 明日の登板に向けたいなと思ってます。
What matters the most is we won. And what I accomplished today is it's in the context of this game, and what matters the most is we flip the page and play the next game.
The next game. I will remind you, you are the starting pitcher in the next game. We saw Dave Roberts, your manager, check on you in the 11th inning. How do you feel, and how will you feel tomorrow?
今日の試合の展開っていうところもあって、明日の状態、投げることに関してどう思いますか？
もう早く帰って寝て明日に備えたいです。
I want to go to sleep as soon as possible so I can get ready.
Rest well. Thank you so much, Shohei.
Thank you.
4 innings of this game. I mean, you made your first postseason roster. You're in the World Series. You're having a performance like you had tonight, navigating through that line and putting your team in a position to win in 18 innings. Has it set in just yet?
I don't think it'll set in until this whole thing's over. I'm sitting at home, be like, man, that was cool. I don't even think it's set in that we're, I'm playing the World Series yet. My wife and I were talking about that the other day. It's like, oh, this is, we were sitting in Arizona a couple weeks ago for like a whole month, and now we're doing this. I don't think it'll set in until maybe next spring or something.
This was insane. What was it like just being a part of a game that goes 18 innings?
I don't know what to say. It's just like we were grinding after grind and grind. They were doing the same thing. Nobody wants to lose, but we got the win. That's what matters now. Just go home, get some rest, and be ready for tomorrow.
Even though Yamamoto didn't wind up pitching, the fact that he was willing to go out there and do that, what did that show you?
Yeah, I didn't even mention Yama. I mean, he went up and forced the issue, said he could do it, and that's unbelievable. He just threw a complete game 2 days ago, cross-country travel, get in at 4 in the morning, 1 day rest basically, and go out and say he can pitch. So that's sometimes that's what you need to win a World Series, and we've got a lot of guys in here willing to sacrifice to do that, so that's pretty awesome.
They're walking Shohei over and over again to pitch to you and Mookie, and then you had constant situations where you had runners on base in extra innings because the way it was set up, and it's like then you finally come through with
no one on.
Run. Huh?
With no one on.
Right.
It's weird how the game works sometimes, right? Shohei's game, I hope we don't lose sight of getting on. Our starting pitcher tomorrow got on base 9 times tonight. Just incredible. It's just kind of how when you're that hot and you're hitting balls right center, left center, like Shohei was tonight, you just knew he was feeling good. So, that's the right moves. You don't want Shohei to beat you and let other guys try and beat you after his first 4 at-bats, and it took a lot longer, but we finally did it.
When you go to bed tonight, put your head on the pillow tonight, what will you think about Shohei? Will you think about Freddie? What jumps out at you?
I'm probably not going to think about another man while I'm in bed.
Fair enough. When you walk out of here tonight,
yeah,
how about that?
Yeah, I'll think about just the whole game, the whole game and how it kind of played out, and then you got to just kind of turn the page and get ready for Game 4.
Is Will Klein maybe the MVP of this game?
I think Will Klein may be the MVP. Outside of Shohei reaching base 9 times. But, Will Klein throwing 70. I don't know if he's ever thrown 70 pitches. And so for him to go and, show for 70 pitches, that was amazing. And he gave us every opportunity and finally came through.
John Schneider just told us that there would be more walks in Otani's future. So how did you have to sort of navigate that?
No, I get it. He's, the best player on the planet, and, he was on the heels of a huge offensive night, and, John smelled that and wasn't going to let Shohei beat him at all, obviously, and even when nobody's on base and putting him on to make the other guys beat him, and respect it. And fortunately, we have other guys behind Shohei that can still do some things, and, a hard-fought game.
And same spot, Steve.
Dave, congratulations. Can you just talk and describe how you viewed it? How exhausted were the players as you sensed it? The batters were swinging wildly. Am I misinterpreting it, or were they very exhausted?
No, they were exhausted. Will Smith caught 18 innings. And, just to continue to try to grind, and we took some good swings. The Marine layer kicked in, and I thought, Will's ball earlier was gone. Freddie hit another ball I thought was a homer. Teo hit a ball that could have been a homer, but, we kept going. But you saw what Lauer did tonight. That guy, man, he laid it out there. So just a heck of a ball game.
Fifth row on your right, Bill.
Dave, two things quickly. To follow up on Maria's question, you played with Barry. Is Shohei at Bond's level now where you expect this every night to get that kind of treatment?
I think it's all relative. Barry's the greatest hitter I've ever seen. But, this day and age, there's just, him or maybe Judge. But yeah, I think that we're just fortunate we have Mookie and Freddie behind him. But you just don't see that type of behavior from opposing managers. And that's just the ultimate sign of respect.
He was on base 9 times in Game 3, fellas, and it ties a single-game Major League Baseball record. It is a World Series record that he owns all by himself, and you got to go back to the black and white days, the likes of, Max Carey in 1922. He plays in a 6+ hour game, hits 2 homers, gets on base 9 times. And then 17 hours from the end of that game, he's going to pitch in Game 4.
Today was a day 4 for him, the day before you're going to start. That day for a normal pitcher is spent prep and getting it all digested. This guy maybe did some of that, and then also came out today and dominated a baseball game. What did he do to get ready? It's just remarkable. I can't wrap my brain around it.
I mean, if the series goes 6 or 7 games, he's got a chance to hit more homers than anybody.